Hey, what's up guys? Rob the Jeweler here. So today we're going to be working on a piece that is coming to us from California, all the way from California to Jacksonville. I think it's Chatham, California, something like that. Someplace I've never heard of before in California. So this is the piece we're going to be working on today. So you can see it's a little beetle bug that they purchased at a estate sale or an auction or something. It's actually a pendant, you know, that goes onto your shirt, but they want to convert it into a charm so they can wear it on their necklace. So that is what we're going to try to do. First thing we need to do is we need to cut this bad boy off here. So let's see if we can do that real quick. You want to be careful, we don't want to cut the legs off. That would be bad. Alright, we got that cut off. Now what we need to do is we're going to smooth that down a little bit so it's not so jagged and rough. So let's flip our hand tool here. All right. And let's smooth that part out where we cut. There we go. See, now we got it nice and smooth. It's not real jagged like. So this way it won't be cutting them. It's still a little jagged right there. Okay, now they didn't want a standard bell on here. They wanted like a kind of a custom made bell. So what I've done is I've taken some sizing stock here and I've bent it around, and we're gonna try get it welded like this. They want it to hang. I asked them if they wanted it to hang from the bottom down or if they wanted it to hang from the antennas down. They said they'd like for it to be from the bottom down. So that's what we're going to do. But this is what we're hoping to have the end product be, and that'll be a plenty big enough ring for her to put whatever size necklace she wants to put through there. Yeah, she sent me a picture of the necklace, but just from the picture it's really kind of hard to tell the size of the necklace. So we're just going to make sure we put a nice big one on there so she can put whatever necklace she wants. But that's what we're gunning towards. But now what we need to do is we need to try to get this thing set up. This is going to be a little bit tricky because this is a smaller piece here. This is a tiny little thing. All right. Okay, hold on guys, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. So this is... Let's try to get this thing set up here. I need my third hand or fourth hand. I got 10 million different hands going on here. Alright, let's see here how we're going to do this. Let's see. This one is a little bit tricky. I'm not 100% sure how we're going to tackle this just yet. You know what? I think I'd rather do this from the side, probably. Yeah, I think I'd rather do it from the side. Let's get our Beatles straight here. Okay. Sorry, I'm leaning over just to make sure that I got it straight on the beetle because I don't want it to move. You got to get these bad boys lined up just right, because if you don't, you will find out real quick. Make your life a little harder. There we go. Right there's where we want to be. Right there. Alright. Where we want to be. So, now this is going to be tricky because you see these legs right there? We don't want to burn those off. That would be bad. So we got to be very careful. Very, very careful with this. Let's go ahead and light our torch up. Alright, got our torch lit. Let's get us some boric acid denatured alcohol going here. Just drip it all over the piece. This is a fire coating protective, as I've mentioned in a bunch of my other videos, but can't stress it enough. It's something that you need to have on there and make your cleanup job a lot easier. Set that bad boy on fire. Okay. go ahead and cut our solder. We're going to need at least 2 pieces, if not more. We might need more, but we're going to cut 2 pieces here. And I just hit my thing, so now I got to straighten it out again. Alright, let me finish cutting my solder, then we gotta straighten this thing out again. I whacked it with my arm when I was putting the solder down. Alright, let's see. Straighten this bad boy back up here. Alright, I think we're where we want to be again. I do believe so. Okay. Alright, we did our boric acid denatured alcohol, so now let's do our flux. Let's put our flux on each side. Alrighty. Let's check one more time, make sure our thing is aligned where we want it. Still don't quite like where it's sitting at. Well, there went our piece into the drawer. Alright, there we go again. It just fell again. Let's go digging for it here. Into the drawer it goes. That's why it's good to have a drawer underneath, because you're going to drop some stuff. There's just no way around that. It will happen. Oh boy, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Couldn't have gone too far. Come on, where'd you fly off to? Have to make another one. It's in here somewhere, we just gotta find it. But I'd like to show you all the trials and tribulations you're gonna have, because this stuff's gonna happen. I don't care if you've been doing it for 1 year or 30 years. It happens all the time. You're gonna drop stuff. It just part of the game. And y'all can see my desk might look like it's kind of unorganized, but it's like kind of organized chaos. I kind of know where everything's at and what corner it's in and all that stuff. It's archaic, but not too many bench jewelers I know have a very pretty desk. Where the hell? Ain't this a bitch? Well, I guess we're going to title this video Jeweler Digs for Gold, or Rob the Jeweler Digs for Gold. How about that? Oh man, I tell you, nothing ever goes the way you plan it, that's for sure. Where's a big piece, man? Where the frig? What the hell? Oh, I'm an idiot. It missed the drawer. It went on the floor. Go figure. Most of the time it'll go in the drawer, but occasionally you'll have to dig it, pick it up off the floor. Alright, let's try this again. Take number 20,000. Well, video's over. Rob found some gold. We're done. No, I'm just joking. That's the only bad thing about these small pieces like this, man. They're really hard to work with. They're very fine. You got to be very careful, very precise. If not, you will be in trouble. For sure. Alright, let's see if we can't get this lined back up one more time. Yeah, I was debating on whether to even film in this video because it's really hard to be kind of working with equipment here while you're trying to do work on a fine piece like this, but people need to see it, see what it entails, especially when you're working with a much smaller piece like this. You have got to be so careful. And I don't really recommend working on a tiny piece like this, not if you're starting out, because otherwise you're probably going to end up with not a beetle, you're going to end up with a, I don't know, probably a moth with no legs. So I don't recommend it, not for your first go at it or first couple goes at it. Man, this thing's being a little bit of a bitch here. It does not want to set up correctly. Alright. I think we're where we want to be now. Let's give this a shot. We're ready to burn leg number 1 off. No. We're going to try not to do that. That'd be nice. Alright, so what we're going to do is grab our solder. And we'll come into this just a little bit at a time, little bit at a time. If we can at least get one side welded, we'd be golden. Oh, solder dropped. I have a hard time keeping solder on picks lately too for some reason. Alright, we're getting, got it heated. Boy, it's hard trying to get a solder in that tight little space. Now, I wanted to film this one because I haven't had one quite this difficult in a while. This one's it's a very small beetle with very tiny legs that'll burn off. And we got to be very careful trying to get the solder in there without burning some legs off. Alright, let's make sure this thing is still lined up where we want it. Okay. Get it heated. We got our solder in there. We just need to get it to flow, No, it's not gonna flow. All right. Come on, baby. Flow. Woo, this thing is a bitch. Oh, did we get it? Nah, I don't think we quite got it just yet. Dang. Alright. Another piece of solder. Yeah, this one has definitely been one of the more difficult ones I've had in a while. That's kind of why I wanted to film it. Makes it even more difficult trying to film it and do it. That's kind of why I wanted to do it that way. Alright, let's see if we can get this bad boy in there. Come on, baby. Alright, come on. Solder go. Solder go, leg stay. You piece of shit. Probably heard more swearing in this video than you had in a little while. I don't mean to. Just this one is definitely a bear, to say the least. Come on, get on there. Come on, get in there. Come on, solder flow. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Did she go? Alright, I think we got her on there, I think. It's kind of hard to tell right in this second. We gotta get this thing a little bit hotter. Just a little bit. Okay. Alright, just trying to get this solder to pull through the bottom there, which I think it did. So I think we're good on that front anyways. Let's take a look at it. We can cool this thing off, so let's take a look at it and see here. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, it went all the way through. Yeah. Ooh, then we got that side done. Now this other one, this back side is going to be a real bear, especially for the legs. Ooh, boy. Boy, that's going to be a toughie. We'll get rid of the third hand now that we got this on there on that side. Man, oh man, oh man. The things some people make me do. This is tough. Tough. Yeah, when they made these legs, they didn't, they were making it as a pendant. They wasn't planning on somebody having to weld a bell onto it, so it's just trying to see if I can straighten this out a little bit here. Because right now it's a little bit on the crooked side on the back, but I can straighten it out from the back before I weld it. But trying to do that without breaking the legs, that's another story. Oh boy, oh boy, come on. Come on, straighten out, baby. What's wrong? Come on, straighten out. Straighten out. thing is not wanting to cooperate, is it? There we go. I think we've got it straight now, maybe. Yeah, see, now the hard part we're going to have is trying to weld this side here without burning the legs for sure. This was easier of the two sides. Alright, that looks pretty straight. Alright, let's give this a go. Oh boy, this is going to be a toughie. Alright, let me start my torch back up, get a little bit smaller flame going here. I don't want as big of a flame on this side for sure if I can help it. Remember, it's always better to start with a smaller flame and work your way up than go too big the first time and burn something up. Remember that. You always want to start small and go bigger if you have to. And everybody says, well, how do you know what tip and what size, what size you need to make your torch? So basically, for small things like necklaces, bracelets, small pendants, I usually use a 3 or 4 tip, and then like on bigger things like rings, big necklaces like big men's Figaros or something like that, I'll use a 5. But then the adjusting of the flame is just something you kind of learn. There's really no, it's like, hey, put a 5 tip on and adjust the flame to this size. Basically, my tip to you would be start small and then make it bigger if you have to. Alright, let's go ahead and put our flux on. If we get this side welded on without burning legs off, I'll be a happy guy. Of course, I don't expect that to happen, but it is. I don't care if you've been doing it for 1 year or 20, 30 years. You still have them pieces where you're just like, man, I hope this goes well. Because sometimes it doesn't always go the way you plan it, And if we did take a leg off, we could always build one. But that's more work we have to do. And we want to try to avoid that if we can. Okay, so let's get in here on this bad boy. Let's try not to get let's hope we can not get the legs too hot here. Get this solder to flow. Sorry if the camera's not steady, it's just I'm having to really focus here. Okay, come on, baby. You think I'm talking to my girlfriend or something, or a wife. It's like, come on, baby. But I'm always saying stuff like that to myself, especially on these hard pieces like this. I'm just like, come on, work out the way we want it. Ooh, boy. Ooh, them legs are getting... Ooh, they're getting toasty. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Now, alright. Not quite. Let's grab another piece here. Tell you, it's not very often I'm a little rattled by pieces that I'm working on, but this one is definitely got me on edge a little bit, because these legs are just so fine they would burn off in a microsecond if you got them too hot. And I hate to say it, but if somebody that was just starting out was working on this, they'd done had the legs burned off. I hate to say it, because it's the truth. I would have done the same thing back when I was starting if I was doing this. The legs had done already been gone. Come on, baby. Come on. Stupid bees flying around my head. Get the frig away from me. Alright. Come on, come on. Oh, I think we did it. Oh yeah. Haha. Crazy Jesus. Boy, man, this has been one heck of a... Come on, bee, wasp, whatever the frig. Get the frig out of here. Yep, looks good. So we got our bell on there, our custom made bell. She wanted a custom one. She didn't want a regular, so we kind of made one for it. But I'm gonna pause this real quick. I'm gonna drop this in the ultrasound and let it clean a little bit, so I can see the welds a little better, make sure they're nice and good. We still have all our legs. That's a plus. But I'll pause it and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. We dropped this in the ultrasound, let it kind of clean off a little bit. Our solder joints look pretty good. So, and that's I think that's better than the regular bell. That's nice and thick. I think she's gonna love that. Definitely. Okay, let's get our wheel here and try to smooth this out now, clean it up a little bit. Now on a tiny piece like this, we're probably going to have to, with some of it we can do on the buffer, but some of it we're probably going to have to polish with a small wheel. Well, I tell you, I'm glad that that went the way that it did. Although I do still say we should title this video Rob the Jeweler Dig for Gold. I think that'd be a good title for this video. Alright, now what we need to do is we need to try to see we need to get something small that we can do the inside of this thing with. I think I got the perfect thing right here. Something where we can kind of get in there and smooth out the inside of this ring on the charm here. Alright, sorry about that, guys. This camera's acting up a little bit. I had to straighten it out. Sorry, later on I'll have to run these videos together or get them edited together. But we're still doing the inside of the ring here. Alright, let's go ahead and swap to Alright guys, we're gonna go drop this in the ultrasound for a little bit, clean it up, and then when we go to polish on the buffer and when I have to come hand polish, we'll be right back. Alright guys, let's head back over here to the buffer and let's go ahead and get this thing buffed and started. We're gonna buff what we can over here, and then we'll probably have to go back and do the fine buffing over at the desk. But we're gonna buff what we can here. Nope. Gotta be careful with the legs. That's why it's good to have it on a low thing like that. If you're not careful, you'll rip the legs off on the buffer too. That's what happened, is the one of the legs got caught in the buffer, but since it's on a low speed, it ain't gonna hurt it. But yeah, don't crank it all the way up on high like that. You do that, boy, you'll be like, man, I got the repair done, but then they rip some more legs off on the buffer. So, alright, sorry guys, this camera's acting all weird on me here. Well, what we're doing is we're just buffing what we can here, and then we can do the fine detail stuff over at the desk on the flux shop. Alright, we'll try this again, guys. Sorry, this is, like I said, this is kind of like a new format of video that I'm doing, and there's kind of some learning curves here, so we're still in the learning process here. But I'm hoping you guys will stick with me. We'll work through this together. We will get it all ironed out and figured out eventually. Okay, now what we're going to do is we got to come over here to our desk, and we got to do the fine polishing, the stuff that we can't get with the big polisher. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. Get us a little bit of rouge on there. And here again, you still got to be careful with the legs. Okay. And basically what you do is you just bring your polishing compound to your desk, whatever you're using. I like to use Midori. I think it's called Midori or something like that. I find it puts the best shine on your jewelry. But bring your polishing compound to the desk. And when you're doing the wheel, it's going to turn black at first when you first put it on there. But then it will start to come off and polish. So you don't have to go real fast or anything crazy. Hang on just a second, I gotta adjust this bad boy. Well, great. You can see how it's starting to shine up, starting to polish up real nice. Alright, let's grab a little bit more rouge here. Try to do the inside of this wheel a little bit, or inside of the ring a little bit here, if we can. Try to do this leg too as well. And like I said, I'm sorry about the camera, guys. This is kind of work in progress. We'll kind of work through this together. I appreciate you guys sticking in with me. Alright, I think we're where we want to be. You can see we got it all cleaned and polished. It's nice and shiny. We got all our legs there. We have our custom made bell on there. I think I'm going to end the video here. All I have to do is drop it into ultrasound and clean it. And it's not going to look any much better than this, because I mean it has a little bit of rouge on it, but very little. When you use the wheel, it doesn't, or use a small wheel like this, doesn't leave a whole lot. But if you would like to subscribe, that'd be fantastic. If you'd like to help donate to the channel, the information will be down in the description. But this is Rob the Jeweler, and I'll see you on the next one.